The tow truck's chains rattled against my trailer's steel hull, sharp and cold, like a jail cell slamming shut. Melissa, the HOA president, stood there, phone raised, her designer sunglasses glinting as she smirked like she'd just nabbed a criminal. I just pulled into my driveway, arms full of grocery bags, when I saw the flashing yellow lights. Neighbors were already clustering, some whispering, others filming, their phones glowing in the dusk. I dropped my bags and stepped forward, calm but quick, right as the driver hooked the chain. "Hold up," I said, pulling out my retired Navy ID. "Touch that trailer, and you'll need to call the Pentagon first." That's when the whole thing went off the rails. 2 weeks earlier, I'd moved to Sunset Bay, a sleepy coastal neighborhood, chasing quiet after 26 years as a naval commander. I'd run classified, deep-sea missions, coordinated surveillance ops, and seen things most folks only dream up in sci-fi flicks. All I wanted now was a simple life. I bought a modest house with a long driveway, perfect for my trailer, a matte black beast, double-walled, custom suspension, looking like it rolled off a MOVY set. It was registered, legal, and parked square on my property. I'd read the HOA's rulebook front to back, measured every inch to comply. I planned to be a ghost, just a guy with a mortgage. But Melissa Harper had other ideas. She showed up my first morning, before my coffee even cooled, clipboard in hand, straw hat perched like she owned the block. "No hello, just a finger jabbed at my trailer." "That's not approved," she snapped. I blinked, still half asleep. "It's within code," I said, offering laminated proof from their own guidelines. She wouldn't look. "This is a family neighborhood, not a shipyard," she said, scribbling furiously. "Move it in 48 hours, or it's towed." I tried explaining it wasn't oversized, even offered to store it elsewhere, but the HOA had no off-site options. She stormed off, Leah VY-ing a red violation sticker slapped on my trailer the next day. That's when I saw Melissa wasn't just nosy, she was a bulldog. She fired off emails to the HOA list, calling my trailer a hazard, hinting I was hiding weapons. A neighbor showed me the thread, chuckling. "She thinks you've got missiles in there." Someone else asked if it was bulletproof. I didn't bite. I just wanted peace. But Melissa kept pushing, and I started wondering if GIVYing was easier. Then I thought, CAVYing to someone like her, someone who swung fake power like a club, was how things got worse. So I waited. Then came the tow truck. I'd been at the store, came back to see Melissa gloating by the curb, the flatbed lowering like a guillotine. I stepped in front of the driver. "I'm the owner," I said. "You can't touch this." Melissa cut in. "It's a violation, a safety threat." I turned to the driver. "That trailer's federal property. I'm a retired naval commander. It's got classified tech under Defense Department contract. Move it, and you'll regret the call you get." He froze. Melissa screamed at him to keep going, but I flashed my ID. He studied it, then looked at her. "This is military?" he asked. "Call your boss," I said. Neighbors filmed. Melissa lost it, yelling I was faking, impersonating an officer to save my ugly junk. The driver called his super VY sore, muttered about a military plate, and packed up. "This isn't over." Melissa shrieked, pointing at me. "You don't scare me with your fake badges." I picked up my groceries. "You don't know what's in there, Melissa. You don't want to." I walked inside, her phone shaking in her hand. The neighborhood turned into a spy MOVYE after that. Blinds twitched when I passed. Kids dared each other to sneak near the trailer. A guy in socks and sandals leaned on his mailbox, all casual. "That trailer's high-tech, huh?" "Military." I shrugged. "Private. Safe." He shuffled off. Then a drone buzzed my driveway. I waved barbecue tongs at it. Guess whose house was 3 doors down? Melissa called an emergency HOA meeting, no VYTE for me. A neighbor texted me the flyer. Property risk VYEW. They voted my trailer a danger to emotional well-being. Emotional well-being. I almost laughed. The notice gave me 72 hours to move it. No hearing, no process. Big mistake. I crashed the next board meeting, jeans and windbreaker, carrying a folder and laptop. Melissa smirked like I'd walked into a trap. "This is closed," she said. I set my stuff down. "Not if it's about my property." Give me 5 minutes, or the defense department's lawyers get this. That'll take weeks. The room went quiet. She waved me on. I showed the property map, HOA rules, my compliance certificate. Then I projected a Defense Department letter about a marine drone program, my trailer approved for storage under my oversight. Melissa scoffed. Fake. Who parks it in a suburb? I clicked my laptop. A VY Deo call opened. Commander Daniels, in uniform, stared from Norfolk. Miss Harper, Mr. Lawson's legit. That trailer's protected. Stop interfering. Silence. Melissa's face froze. A pen at the floor. Someone muttered, "Oh no." But Melissa doubled down. That night, she posted online, calling me a fraud, a danger, even shared a blurry photo of me walking my dog. Don't trust this man. A neighbor forwarded it. She crossed a line false military claims violate the Stolen Valor Act, and her posts risked national security ops. Next morning, 2 military police officers knocked. I showed them everything. Credentials, footage of Melissa prying at my trailer's panel, getting sprayed with red dye at 2 a.m. They took screenshots of her posts, said they'd handle it. They went to her house. She met them in a bathrobe, while VYing her phone, ranting. 2 minutes later, her hands dropped. An officer pointed at her Ring camera. Her face went white. Neighbors watched, not on her side anymore. Melissa kept digging. She filed a county complaint, claiming my trailer held restricted equipment, using a blurry screenshot from my call with Daniels. Bad move. Defense Department agents showed up, not for me, but to check if her stunts compromised security. I gave them a folder, emails, notices, footage of her trespassing. One agent, Carter, watched the dye spray VY Deo 3 times, took the file, and said, "We've got this." Melissa got a federal investigation notice for trespassing and false claims. She sobbed at her driveway, screaming she was the VY Tim. The HOA called an emergency meeting. I got a shaky handwritten in VYT. Melissa was absent. Add VY said by her lawyer to stay away. The board backtracked, retracted notices, confirmed my trailer's legality. I didn't gloat. I just wanted it done. But Melissa's emails leaked. She'd plotted with her cousin in towing to trash my trailer, mocked veterans, call me a fake soldier. Neighbors were leave VYD. Veterans demanded her ouster. A petition forced a vote. She resigned, claiming she was targeted. The neighborhood exhaled. We had a block barbecue, first in years. I brought coleslaw. Someone handed me a beer, nodded at the trailer. "What's in there?" I grinned. "A secret that likes quiet." They laughed. 5 days of peace, then Melissa lost it. She held a wellness circle in her backyard, ranting about government spies, claiming my trailer sent sleep-disrupting waves. She woke at 3:17 a.m. daily, blamed me. A recording hit a local news site. HOA chief says trailer ruined sleep. Comments tore her apart. I called Daniels, got a scannable defense placard for the trailer, added motion lights, new locks. At a barbecue, a retired pilot, Greg, showed me Melissa's old zoning ploy to ban industrial vehicles like mine. It failed, but proved her vendetta was planned. I sent it to Carter. The case grew. Melissa sued the HOA, not me, claiming betrayal. It was tossed out fast. She posted cryptic forum rants, urged a book deal. The HOA passed Melissa clauses for transparency. Then the bomb. A DULA $300,000 Defense Department fine hit the HOA for negligence. Panic spread. Dues might spike, or they'd sue Melissa. The new president, Tom, asked me to testify if they pursued her. I said yes, remembering her reign of fear-finding single moms over grass, shaming dissenters. Tom thanked me for staying calm, GIVYing them time to fix it. On Memorial Day, I and VY Ted everyone to my backyard. The flyer's last line, "The trailer opens tonight." Whispers flew submarines, alien tech. By 6 p.m., my yard was packed. I opened the trailer's panel, revealing a 20-foot black vessel, sleek, no markings, built to vanish underwater. Kids gaped. Adults stared. I spoke. This caused a lot of noise. I just wanted to live quietly, follow rules. But some make problems where none exist. This is a research drone. It maps oceans, prevents disasters. It's why it's protected. Melissa didn't just cross my line, she crossed one she didn't understand. I didn't punish her. I just stood my ground. Applause started, soft, real. People lingered, asked questions. Veterans shook my hand. Kids stared like it might fly. I got a defense commendation later, a coin for discretion. The HOA restructured. A teen asked, submarines? I smiled. Something that listens when the world needs it. Next morning, a new neighbor, sharp blazer, pointed at my mailbox. Regulation height. I laughed, waved, and kept watering my shrubs. Life's got a sense of humor, but I'd learned, you win by standing still, letting truth do the work.